can never be you.
Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I'm your host, Conrad Cushman, joined tonight by the Inferno, the one, the only, the man they call Derek.
Yep.
We are back, AEW Dynamite review. We are also going to be previewing, predicting Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor. I do think they're going to add more matches, but for the ones that I have, and I'm sure the chat will keep me up to date on anything new that has been happening with this. How are you feeling tonight, Derek?
Smooth as silk.
Yeah? I don't know what that means, but...
It's a phrase I used to hear all the time.
Let it go. We'll let it rock. Yo, crazy night for Dynamite tonight, man. We are going through it. We're going to go through it all and talk about it all. Lots of interview segments and stuff tonight, really.
Yeah, it was. Before the show even started, when they were previewing everything that was supposed to happen tonight, I was thinking in my mind, I'm like, hey, that's a lot of interviews that we got going on tonight.
For sure. We're going to jump right into it, man. Shout outs. Big shout out to Jocelyn. Kenny telling Will he brings the magic out of him didn't sound right.
Jocelyn.
Quills, what's going on? He said, what up, Conrad, Derek, and chat? Your boys for Quills is back to enjoy my two favorite brothers, Brother Conrad, Brother Derek, for yet another dope AEW Dynamite review. Hashtag EPW. Hashtag
Trash Duke.
Hashtag doo-doo butter. Hashtag dog water. That sit-down interview with Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay was absolutely must-see, enjoyable from start to finish, with the passion from Will and the confidence from Kenny, but Kenny had to go low at the end. Kenny Omega, ultimate rage baiter. Matt Lopez says, hi, good evening, everyone. Hope you all had a good Wednesday and enjoyed a damn good episode of Dynamite. Depending on how many dams you get from M. Leezy, that's how you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know how good this is. Omega Ospreay stuff was incredible, adding more hype to the world title match. For sure, my friend. Yes. For sure. D-Rich, man, I'm excited for Claudio and Eddie Kingston this Saturday on Collision in Reading, Pennsylvania, where they had many Chikara matches. Hope Claudio wins and then Claudio Nigel in the semis. Could be.
It would be nice.
Also, Willow and Mercedes stuff was incredible too, for sure. Our good friends, AEW Fan Hub, live on Tuesdays, 8:45. Check them out. Greetings, everyone. I hate to say it, but very disappointed in Dynamite this week. Very, very little worked for me. You have to expound upon that, Kelson, as to why. Yes. United Empire was on the show. We saw some returns since the G1 ended. T-Ferg, what's good, gentlemen? Pretty good Dynamite tonight. I know Derek hated tonight. You might be surprised, folks. You might be surprised. If not, I'm calling them out, but you might be surprised. The possibilities for that Trios Open Challenge are endless. That is true.
That is very true.
D-Rich, I hope Darby will be all right. Steve Borden was there. Looks exactly like his dad for sure. Clown, evening. What's going on, brother? XG Dub, what's good?
XG.
Last Claudio Nigel singles match was 2009 in ROH, ended in a double countout. I know I want that match in 2026. Yes. And there's going to be more to that tonight, man. We got the Dynamite review. This is what we do. Make sure you guys have shared the link. It's on all your socials, X, Blue Sky, wherever you may be watching, at EPW Show. It's on our Instagram stories, at EPW Show. And if you guys want, it's also in the Discord, the EPW Hub, as you guys can see in the corner there. Make sure you guys join. We are trying to get to that 1K before All In. I have not done the full promotional push yet, but I am going to be going for it. So if you see it, make sure you guys share it. Tell some cool wrestling peeps about it. It always makes things better. We can talk wrestling with your friends, you know? But Derek, tonight, man, they had a big lineup for Dynamite. 2 trios matches. We had a 4-way. We had 2 Continental Cup quarterfinal matches, 2 sit-down interviews. A little bit of variety, I would say, for the most part on this show, right?
Oh, yeah. you had a nice little slate set up tonight, and what more could you ask for with this one?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if people wanted more wrestling, something like that. But
Which is fair. Which is fair. I can understand what you're looking for with what you're looking for, but at other times, sometimes it may not call for that.
it may not. But they jump right into the action with this one. We open up with Will Ospreay calling on two friends from New Japan Pro Wrestling to help him out. Will Ospreay, Francisco Akira, and Hanare, formerly the United Empire. I don't know if Will still counts himself in it. I think he does, but I don't know if they count him in it. More on that long-term story in a while.
I say 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know how Callum feels about it. Callum Newman, who was in the G1. Brian Cage, Rocky Romero, and Lance Archer are their opponents representing the Don Callis family. I don't know where Don was tonight. Looked like he might have, brother might have taken the night off or something because he was not in here. But the fans made sure you knew because there was a lot of F Don Callis chants. Yep. They were getting busy.
Loud and proud.
Yeah, they had to get busy on that. They were like, nah, homie. You're not about to get away with this.
No, we getting
you getting that work.
You getting it today.
You gonna learn today. And Don Callis family and United Empire. I thought this was a fun match. They had a good back and forth exchange. I thought people knew what they wanted to see when they were in here. Did anyone stand out to you in this match, Derek? I mean, besides Will, obviously. Will Ospreay is Will Ospreay.
I'm gonna it's just pronounced Hanare. I like him. I will say this is this is probably the second or third time I've seen him.
Yeah,
because he's been on the show maybe a few times, and but yes, Hanare stood out for me the most. Just the energy that he gives, but then that's what happens when you have Samoan wrestlers. They have that energy all the time, and you have to have it.
Remember that quote, folks. It's going to come back up on Derek one of these days. Not on this show tonight, though. But so I thought he did a good job. We had Lance Archer. Brian Cage was on the other side. He was busting out some pretty good moves. Derek, I will say this. I think he thoroughly enjoyed this trios match. He said this was pretty good, actually.
Chat. I am not going to lie to you. This was a pretty good match. But what made it a good match is that the chaos was controlled. There was not wildness and dysfunction all over the place. This was actually orchestrated very, very well. So, with that being said, everyone go ahead and mark it on your calendar that I said tonight's trios match was good.
Hold it down. They had a good back and forth. Rocky always does this in these trios matches. I gotta give Rocky his props too, but I'm like, Rocky, you gotta stop doing this, bro.
Yeah.
Rocky hits a good move on Will, knocks him down. He does the slide on the knees with the shimmy. Will got up so fast and hidden blade this man. He was like, yo, don't ever do that again, bro. Gets the pin, gets the win. United Empire wins. And I see Kelsey's comment. I'm gonna come back to that here in a second. I love that they are still playing off of, there's a backstory to this if you're a New Japan fan. In New Japan, Will Ospreay has said he wants to be the IWGP champion again. He has also stated that he's, I love Callum Newman, blah, blah, blah. I'm United Empire. I'm not with the Death Riders. And he was with the Death Riders. Callum said, oh, really, what's this? And he was basically done with him and wrote him off.
Yes.
During it, Will got his friends to come out there, though. They're like, I think someone put up a tweet later, like, we always got your back, bro. It might have been Hanare to Will. And then Will was like, Callum, call me. Like, you can see he just mouths it. Something small. Because I think they're going to come back to this either in AEW, New Japan. It's like a hybrid of worlds. I really, really like that. Rocky Romero doing that goal celebration to a hidden play was beautiful. It always is, D-Rich. Fan Hub. Kelsey said the crowd was dead silent for the United Empire. That's what stood out for me. Few people seem to care. I don't know how you can make people care too, because I'll say this: going to AEW shows, I live in Buffalo. I'm gonna say this about our folks of Buffalo. Buffalo seems like it's more of a WWE town.
Yes.
There's more people who show up to the WWE shows than when we had Dynamite here. I'm not saying that's a good thing. It's not what I prefer, but I prefer to know vast amounts of things about wrestling. And if that's not what other people want, if wrestling to people is WWE, that's fine. Like if that's your lane, that's your lane. If you're in Baltimore and you love Ring of Honor, maybe that's their thing. I can't tell with the smaller crowds what is getting over and what's not, but I do feel like at least on the social media end, the people know about the United Empire and kind of what's going on with it, at least on the socials. And maybe that's a small percentage, maybe it's a bigger percentage than we think.
I mean, it all depends on what the numbers say and how things pan out. But I listen, and I agree with you. If you are a WWE person and that's what wrestling is for you, by all means, hold on to that. I'm not one to take that away from anybody, but also in the same token of breath, you also have to give other promotions a shot.
Not even that, Derek. I would just more so want people to acknowledge that other stuff exists too. Like there's Marvelous, there's TJPW, there's Stardom. There's so many other things that you can get into. And to me, that's what wrestling is. It is the contribution of all of these promotions into one thing and how they intersect with each other. No one should ever be afraid to say the United Empire come from New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Right.
What's wrong with that? There's nothing but respect. If that's where they're at and that's what they're doing, then that's what they do.
Fair enough.
In my Triple H voice, sorry. That's what we do. But I mean that, like, they're over there and they're doing their thing. They're trying to build up the New Japan brand. They're trying to make some money. I get it. That's why I don't get too upset when wrestlers are flipping, traveling back and forth, and doing a bunch of different things. But I do think that people could focus more on, like, okay, this is pro wrestling as a whole, and this is what I want pro wrestling to be. That's what I prefer. Like, if you cover all of that, you have a better chance of getting me to listen to you rather than if you cover just one thing in it. And if it's something I like, then I'm into it. Cool, I'll follow you. But if not, then you know. And I looked to some of those people. Rob sent me a Dragon Gate video today. I loved it. It just highlighted a bunch of stuff in Dragon Gate. Do I watch Dragon Gate all the time? No. Do I know about it though? Yes. Do I know there's certain people over there who've come from there? Yes. You know, but these promotions exist, even though you don't hear about them all the time. 0-1, another promotion, it exists. But I think New Japan should be happy. We're going to talk about them again at the end. I know we mentioned it on Clash, but I just want to bring it up and say it on here as well. I might have to kick Derek out when I say that part, because I kind of want Derek to see that G1 finals without any bias. Any bias when it comes to it. Cal Newman is working the I said Cal like I know him. Cal Newman is working the Rev anniversary show before All In. Just letting you guys know. Yes, that show actually looks really good for Rev Pro. Pac versus Luke Jacobs at Rev Pro. Yes. Okay. Did y'all see No Callum? I was surprised. I'm not surprised, Eric. And what's happening, brother? Good to see you in here, man. Hey, AW Fan Hub sent me. I appreciate you, SRFC Wiggy. I hope that's your name that you want to be called. If it's something else, let me know, brother. But thank you. All the more, the merrier for AEW fans when we cover this Dynamite content, man. And I already said it, we will always have your back. Seems like the crowd Las Vegas wasn't into the show last week. Yeah, but here's the crazy part. They're selling more tickets. Like, they sold more tickets tonight from the last time when they were at Baltimore. So that's like kind of a pay attention, because they're picking up steam.
Right.
Whatever it is, it's working for some people.
Somebody is buying into it.
Yeah. The question is who and what. Can't wait for Shingo and Claudio. D-Rich, you are on one, brother. I love it, though. So, yeah, he said that about Callum. We go backstage, Derek, to Okada. Your boy. Okada's backstage, and he's talking that triple threat match for the international title. Basically says, I want to keep it in the family. Don't fall for this, Kyle. Don't trust this man. Tony Schiavone's in the ring and introduces Kyle Fletcher. The proto star comes out looking like a G, looking like a champion. honestly, it's definitely a battle of the two styles of today.
Mhm.
Kyle Fletcher comes out there with that what very fitted suit.
That salmon style.
Salmon suit. Then here comes Konosuke Takeshita. He got the hammer pants on. He ain't playing. He said, "You about to catch this poison, Rana." There was no talking after this. He oh. He was like, "You about to catch this, man." And then do you know what he caught, Derek? Well, I hope y'all heard that. I really do. I hope it came through. He caught the what's the word I'm looking for? The poison rana, the rage of fire, or not rage of fire, raging fire. It was very good. I'm excited. That triple threat match is gonna, that's your work match, bro.
Hit him also hit him with a mean blue thunder bomb.
Oh, and a knee. The knee. Yo, Takeshita was messing up Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah. Kyle Fletcher was getting it, bro.
I don't want to ride the pony. He was done. Done. That was a Sid from Toy Story reference, if you don't know. That's what I always say his haircut looks like with the shaved head. But Kyle was getting that business out here, man.
The big one.
Yo, gotta chill, bro. Gotta chill. Someone get their man's Derek over here. Banned.
Dude, I feel like I have to watch that now.
Do you feel like you gotta watch it?
Yeah, I have to.
This guy.
It'll fulfill the void.
I hope so, Derek. I hope so. I haven't seen the new one yet.
I do want to see the new one.
Looks good. Looks good. Let me see here. KJ, what's going on? What's happening? Appreciate you popping in. The international champion segments were well done. I thought it did a good job in protecting them. Like, talking is not the strong suit,
right,
but Okada got in there. He did well enough. And then I think at the same time, you had Fletcher and Konosuke get in there, but we didn't want to hear any more talking, and they went right to the action. I thought it was smart.
It was very smart.
No Okada to help. Telling you, can't trust him. Can't trust him. Jorge, what's going on, brother? He said AEW was awesome. How you know? Let's see here. I want more promos from Okada without Don Callis.
Yeah,
it could definitely help. But then what's the purpose of the manager? You could let him talk though, for sure. D Rich, man, appreciate you, brother. I know you always join late, man, but I appreciate you even being here for the few minutes that you are. Thank you. Next up, Derek, might be the segment of the night, depending on how you felt. Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay. Billy Goats. I don't know what we were doing here. I don't know how we got into this, but we were here, bro.
You know what? This has probably been, and I won't say a very long time, but I will say within
about a minute. It's been a minute.
Yeah,
coming.
It's been a long time coming since we've had a sit down like this. And like you said earlier, these kinds of segments, we definitely need JR for these. Like, I feel like JR sets the tone when he's in these type of segments, and man, these two right here, man, like, I have the utmost respect for both of them and what they do, and the way that they structured this, and the back and forth, pure gold. No, pure platinum. Call it platinum.
Very well done in the segment. I thought Renee sitting down, she brought up basically their first PWG meeting, and you would think like, okay, they're gonna have some stuff happening here, bruh. Like, they went right into it. Kenny Omega, hold on, y'all gotta see my face for this. Yo, what's up with Kenny, bro?
Yeah, Kenny was throwing some tight haymakers.
Kenny turned into a little arrogant guy here. He was like, "Yeah, all right, Will." Yeah. So he comes out, and Kenny starts kind of like shitting on Will a little bit, like, "Yeah, who are you? You know, He was like, yeah, I've made a bunch of sacrifices, Kenny. I flowed 15 hours, bro. And he's going through it. And yeah. It's not really that big a deal. We all do this. I was like, yo, Kenny is wild, bro. They start going back and forth, and then they bring up the Forbidden Door match. I actually, during this segment, tweeted out my picture of me being there live for this match. If you guys have never seen the review for it, horrible moment for Derek. I feel for that seeing that match. Derek was like, I'll be there soon. No, you won't. And Derek got stuck that night. I know he was tight.
I most certainly was.
Man, I don't know, man. They went back for about Forbidden Door, and Kenny basically said the only time you ever beat me is you had to use Don. When Don was in my corner, I didn't need Don to beat you. I just beat you.
Right.
And it was kind of a psyche game with Will. Will says, I'm tired of this, bro. It's been a 10-year chase to beat you, and I'm going to beat you at All In, face-to-face, one-on-one, no help, and you can't say nothing. And Kenny's just like, okay. Omega delivers the top tierest of top tier disrespect, Derek. He says, even if you lose to me, your mother will still be proud of you.
Right.
And Will's like, don't bring my mom into this. And he gets really mad about that. And then when Kenny said, well, that's not even the biggest worry. It's going to be your son.
Right.
At least he'll have me to look up to after I win. Will went mad. I was like, yo, bro, the moment he said that, I'd have to throw hands with Kenny. Kenny Omega and me got to scrap, bro. Even if I'm about to lose, we got to scrap, bro.
All right, sir. Excuse me.
Yeah. Renee, I'm going to need you to leave.
Yeah.
Because I got to fight this man.
Yes. You know what? It's funny because that's not the type of energy that I would have expected from Kenny, but when he delivered it, it fit so well.
It did.
Like it was there, and it was like, damn, Kenny, like, bro, you stabbed me in the heart. I'm gonna need you to relax.
Right. T-Ferg said it was segment of the night for me. I like Omega as a heel. Renee was low-key standout because of her reactions. That's 100% true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, arrogant, cocky, blank head. Kenny Omega is back for sure. Fan Hub said the Ospreay Omega segment was long and boring. Just shut up and fight. I stress, shut up. I liked it. You got to let them talk, Fan Hub. The older these guys get, they got to save it for that moment for the pay-per-view. They can't. They already had matches. They added that segment in there. I think they're playing up the drama. I think maybe they're like, we got to make sure Will's good for the drama if he becomes champ, or if it's Omega just being in there and we're gonna just change his role.
Right.
Yeah. Omega Ospreay 2 for Forbidden Door 23 is probably my favorite match ever, and I've wanted a rubber match for years. The match sold itself to me, but tonight really upped the stakes. It was bro. I'm telling you, being there, that was a great match. Like, I was out of so much energy, I didn't even know what to do for Okada Danielson after. And then when I heard the final countdown play, lost my mind, bro. I lost my mind. I was like, oh, this is so sweet. This is so sweet. Probably one of the most funs I've had at like a pay-per-view show. I really, really enjoyed that. Derek, we get into what was next up, which was the TBS Championship match.
Mm-hmm.
My World defends her title against Chris Statlander, your girl, CMLL Women's Champion Persephone, and Hikaru Shida. This match had been built up previously. At the start of the match, we had Persephone and Shida going after Statlander. Maya intervenes and breaks them up. Persephone hit a beautiful German suplex. It got a 2 count on Statlander. Statlander hit a German on Maya World. Shida and Statlander were going at it. Middle drop kick got hit. Statlander, Persephone square back and forth up between the both of them. Statlander gets the upper hand with a discus lariat, goes for the pin. Maya breaks up the pin. And during that time, you had Statlander and Maya going at it. She's setting her up for Saturday Night Fever. Maya reverses it into a roll-up and gets the win. Underdog pin.
Yes.
Thought it was a good match.
You know what? I'm not going to lie to you. Not going to lie. Maya World has thoroughly impressed me over the last few weeks. She has done very, very well, and just the recognition that she got, and I know people probably say, "Oh, she only got this because of what the circumstances was." I'm like, but we got to look past that. That's not that.
Not even that; it's just giving someone else different a chance.
Yeah, like you always want the same people to get the opportunities back and back and back and forth all the time. Give it to someone else. Let's see what they do.
Build up that women's division, like you said. We got to. Tony Storm is out.
Yeah.
Let's add some depth to it. I think we've done a good job elevating Willow.
Yes.
We could easily elevate, I think, Statlander very quickly. She doesn't really have to be in the TBS. She could be brought up. But right now, she's elevating the TBS people to bring them up to that level's division. I think it's perfectly fine. Persephone's over in CMLL. They got her doing a feud. It's kind of a side feud, but more women's feuds. I think people would be happy with it. It was good delayed grats. This was a great four-way. Every week, Maya's getting better. Shout out to Maya. She's from Dallas. Let's go, Jorge. Thank the Lord. Chris Statlander did not win. This is a good match. Persephone will be world champion one day. I think so.
She most certainly will be. And I will be there to see it.
Yes. And Matt, that question is going to come up again later. Sponsored by AEW Fan Hub. I've been using their questions at the end of the show, but we will bring it up. But I thought it was a fine match. Good for Maya World picking up the win. Remains champion, and we'll hear more from her later on. Now we get into what was up next, which was some Continental Cup talk. Here are the quarterfinals, people who have moved on in the Continental Challenge Cup, the C3 as it's been dubbed. Claudio Castagnoli, Orange Cassidy, Eddie Kingston, Jay White, John Moxley, Nigel McGuinness, Hechicero, and Kyle O'Reilly are still in this. The next matchup that we had was John Moxley, Jay White going at it in this one. This was probably Jay White's best showing since he came back.
Yes. You know what? This was like in the beginning of this was like a technical like chess game, like a mental technical chess game, sizing each other up. Like we all know that I'm pretty sure they've wrestled before, right?
Yeah.
So we all know that they have history with each other, but just to see it again, and it's been so long since we've seen it. I have a thorough, but you know me, man. I'm big on like the technicality stuff. Don't get me wrong. I love the powerhouse stuff. I love the high flying stuff, but I really love the technical wrestling because that's what wrestling is. It's technical.
Yeah. When people get into it, if you're just like, let's show what happens when we get down on the mat, and that this is what we do, then that is perfectly good. They had some stalemates in this one. Jay White was hitting like hurricanranas off the second rope, doing a bunch of different stuff. Very shocking. There were some moments where it looked like he was going to dive. He didn't. Moxley took some big risks. The focus of the match, though, was David Finlay has injured Jay White's neck a little bit. And Moxley was zeroed in on that. And that's why he was going for the Bulldog choke and that Death Rider DDT. He wanted to put the pain down. But Jay White was able to counter at one point, hit a Blade Runner. Moxley rolled out of the ring. Bray Wyatt would have been proud of that Blade Runner. Caught him. Moxley rolls out the ring. He gets back in eventually. He does hit that double arm DDT, and he kept trying to lock in that Bulldog choke. And eventually he caught him in that sleeper choke, whatever you want to call it. Jay White's got nowhere to go. He falls out. Moxley wins. No surprise here.
Right. But you know what? It's a win that it's a win that you could say doesn't hurt Jay White because he had the neck injury.
Yeah.
So you know how he's like, come on, Jay, how do you tap out, or how do you fall asleep out of that? How do you not get out of that? Well, I mean, I had a neck injury. What do you expect? You know what I mean? Like it was just bound to happen. Like I can only go but so far with a neck injury.
Yeah. And then we have Fan Hub with Jay White's best showing since he came back. I agree, Conrad. Hey, that's always good. Always good.
Yes.
This was a great match. Jay White's best since he returns. E said, me too. The technical stuff is the best. You see Nigel versus Shibata on Collision. It was amazing. Hey, it's Collision has low-key good matches, bro. I don't know. If you're not watching Collision, I don't know what to tell you at this point. Like, the main thing after this match, though, was the after-match shenanigans, bro. Got to pull out the trusty iPad notes for this. The dogs come out and they attack basically afterwards. Kyle and Roddy come out. The conglomeration is like, oh, no, we're not doing this. Not even Kyle and Roddy. OC and Kyle come out first. Roddy comes out to help them. After Gabe Kidd returns, he's back from the G1, and he was like, oh, that's it. I'm sure there's lots of swearing and all types of stuff with him.
No.
They put him down. Roddy's down. Then here come the trios champions, the good, the bad, the ugly, Bandito, Brody King, and Hangman Adam Page. Then here comes the Demand and Lethal Twist, but they stop at the top of the ramp. They're like, oh, no, we're not about to get into all of this. Right. We're not doing all of this. And they come out there and they start talking mess to each other. And basically, to get to the whole point of this, the good, the bad, the ugly, Hangman gets on the mic and he's like, look, whoever wants it in Wembley, be there because we defending these titles. Right. I don't know if that means it's going to be a brawl. I don't know what that all meant to yet. Sounds like they're trying to figure out, but there were mad teams out there. The Dogs, Bang Bang Gang, Lethal Twist. Is Swerve going to be involved in this? Many questions. I don't know if anyone has theories on this, but it sounds kind of.
Listen, if you got theories, throw them out there. Let's see what everybody thinks. You know, the theory game is always a beautiful thing to see because then you get to see how people really think about certain situations and how they would actually handle this situation.
T-Ford, going back. See, now we going back to me and Sean stuff. Clash the Podcast Monday live, 6:05 Eastern Standard Time. This week, I think we're either going to be 5:30 or 7. We haven't decided yet, and if it's 7 or we might do a watch along. Excuse me, at 6. Pardon me, forgot. That's when the show's going to start. Keep your eyes tuned for that for this week's Clash. But T-Ferg said one of my beefs is Moxley Ospreay every week. The matches are predictable. You know they're going to win. Yes, that's what happens when you become a main eventer. But predictable isn't bad. If you're predicting it, it usually means it makes sense. You're like, okay, well, obviously this guy's got to win. Yada, 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 yada. I don't think predictability is bad.
No, I'm like middle of the road. Sometimes I think it's bad. Sometimes I don't think it is. Is it needed? Yes. Because like you said, it has to make sense.
If there's no predictability, then there's no unpredictability.
Right.
You can't have it both ways.
Then you know what's going to happen every single time. So,
yeah, for sure.
Vice versa.
Yeah, and that's not me saying what you're saying is a bad thing, T-Ferg. I just think that you got to look at it differently. I'm just, and you don't have to, but that's how I view it at least. And I'm being weird tonight. We're having wrestling conversations. To me, you have to view it as, yes, it's predictable, but it's not bad. It's like, okay, your unpredictability will come when they have to face someone that you're like, oh, wait, these two are clashing? Oh, I don't know. So it just depends. Fan Hub says Gabe Kidd puts the Dogs on another level. I agree because he extends that arm of the Death Riders. He can bring things up, and Gabe Kidd's just someone. He's just got that face that you're just like, oh, dude, I want to fight you. Right. I don't like you. You know, he's got the gold tooth. He just looks like a top henchman bad guy. Just like, yeah, what are you gonna do about it? You want to fight? Big whoop, fight. Jay Lethal cosplaying as Ricochet again. That's right. Collision is for the sickos. It's pure wrestling. CMLL, ROH, Lucha, all that. It's going to be the good, the bad, the ugly in a 15 trio battle royal.
Oh, please God, no.
Hey, let him rock, bro.
No, we're not. No.
Yeah, you've enjoyed trios matches tonight.
That's just about as far as it's gonna go.
What if it's just one team at a time, though?
Not at all.
Trios gauntlet.
Not at all.
Just let them brawl it out, man.
That's a 5-hour match.
It'll be fine.
No. No.
AEW killing it with the trios champion. I see a lot of opponents, but seriously, it could be a multi-trios ladder match. That's what they did last year. I wouldn't mind that. I guess
I can handle that because that is controlled chaos. You already know what's going to happen. To have a trios match like that, though, that's first of all, I'm not even mentally prepared for that to even happen.
Why you hating, bro? You got mad trios right now sitting out here.
And that's fine. They can continue to sit.
Yeah. All right. You tell. So, see, I want people to be a booker. Think about this for a second. They'll be like, yeah, I only have like 7 matches on these shows. You go tell the other 100 people in the back you ain't on the show. Why ain't I on the show? You go. That's your part of your day. Can I have a meeting with you? I have something I'd like to say. I busted my ass all year for this opportunity. I didn't do it good enough. No, it's not that. Change it. You got the pencil right now. Make it happen. Well, now hold on. Now we've already advertised, making excuses, and that's what they go through. Like, it goes both ways. Fan Hub getting at me. If you say predictable isn't bad hundreds of times a year, I just think everybody thinks everything is super duper predictable. Perfect example. Hangman Page is obviously going to be Samoa Joe in that cage match. That's what I thought. Guess what happened? Is this what was supposed to happen? Samoa Joe was bleeding and walking out the cage with the title. I was like, got me.
Right.
They got me. You know? And I'm with E, man. And maybe it's because I lived through the Russo era of certain things, like WCW Russo. All swerves aren't good. Yo, I've used this one before. If I would say this, if a dog comes to your house and takes a dump in your living room, is it surprising? Yeah, but not good. Like, you're like, oh no. How many of Russo swerves went nowhere? Samoa Joe kidnapped by ninjas. Yeah, and big whoop. What was the red herring from Scooby-Doo? Like, yeah, you could shock people, and that's what it is. Battle Royal, Stadium Stampede, a trio Stadium Stampede could get too crazy. Too crazy. He said, I get your point. I just wanted to see Jay White get a push. I think they'll get there. AEW takes their time with them usually too. Sometimes too long, as you guys know, but they're working on pushes right now for Fletcher's getting one kind of Kevin Knight. Like Fletcher just elevated up to that international. It's like, okay, his next step's going to be the world. Meanwhile, Fletcher moved up, but then it felt like Kevin Knight took his spot.
Right.
So it can be predictable, but entertain without overdoing it and make it worth watching. Maybe AEW needs a third show. Bring back Rampage. I don't know if more people want to see. You got Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor feels like dark sometimes. Yeah. I don't know. AEW is predictable. It is super obvious. Maya World, a virtual unknown, was going to be TBS champ. Yeah, people didn't know that. Yo, CJ, my guy Derek, AEW wins the week. What up, Hubs? Just promoted the show.
My guy Hubs.
Telling people we don't know what time we're going to start, man. We got to work on that in the next day or two.
Listen, the real quick on that. I would say pick the best match on the card to do that.
What the
watch along. I say pick the best match. Or the best segment, whichever one you think is gonna hit the best.
I feel differently, but me and Hubs will talk about it. Hit me up, Sean, on the DMs or wherever. We'll talk about this. But Clash, check us out on Mondays. Where were we? Maya World's getting interviewed by Renee. Willow comes up, says, I promise you that title shot. You got it on Collision. You're getting the first title shot against me. Cool. Maya World, TBS champ, going up against the women's champion.
As she should.
Yeah. I have no issues with it. Put on the match. Let's go. Let's get it in.
Let's do it.
John Cruz is in the ring on behalf of MJF. He's running his mouth, calls out Andrade. Surprise, surprise. Andrade comes out. Here he is. GG's, my guy. It's time for you to get that work. And gets that work it is. Andrade comes out. First thing he does is he comes out, big back elbow. Then he was like, no. I'm not even going to pin you because I could. He picked him up for the DM. Derek, one of the best DMs in a minute, bro. Just picked him up, twisted them all up.
The way that was executed both times looks so good. You know what? I hate to say it, but certain moves look phenomenal. Certain moves look phenomenal when they are done on certain people, and then certain moves look extravagant on other people. And this one was extravagant just because he's a little guy. So his whole body, like his skinny little guy, his whole body's gonna contort. When you get the move put like that on you, it's done, and it looks great every single time.
Right. MJF called Andrade Andrew. I died. Yeah, he kept calling him Andrew. Yes. Very well done though. And then MJF comes up on the screen. He's sitting there. Oh, I'm in Long Island. I found out you were going to be at the show, and I said, "Yeah, I'm taking the night off. I'm the real world champ. I don't have to do any of this." Or what does he keep calling himself? The one true champion.
Yes.
Yeah. Cut this crap out. MJF, you lost that match, bro. What are you, delusional?
Right.
Losing your mind, bro. I thought that it was pretty well done.
Yes.
They got you hyped for the Casino Gauntlet. They're building up to that. I think it's fine at this point.
Yeah,
these are definitely two of the favorites to win.
Absolutely. Nothing more has to be done with this. It's pretty clear cut, and you just have to take it for what it is.
Sir Pentaco should have saved John Cruz. That would have been unpredictable. See what I'm talking about? See what I got put up with sometimes?
Well, it can go either way.
Yes. Andrew. I love it. Backstage, MJF knew MJF was going to talk down on Baltimore. Talks down everywhere. Don't let him fool you. Who you fooling? Next up, we get the segment here with Mercedes. There wasn't a lot to say. Give them the game ball, the frisbee, whatever you're handing out backstage. Right. They get it because they were running around. Willow and Mercedes. Mercedes says she obviously didn't beat her ass good enough because she's still here smiling. So basically, Mercedes is trying to take away Willow's smile, like in a nice way. So she's like, I'm here to take away your smile. I'm tired of this crap. Stop smiling in my face. You took my TBS title and celebrated with your friends, threw cake in my face. You embarrassed me. I'm tired of you. I don't like you. And Willow just says, well, if you want to take my smile away, come do it right now.
Come do it.
They start pulling off the equipment, earrings. It's time to fight. They meet in the back and fisticuffs.
All hell breaks loose.
They're brawling. They're going through the crowd. They're coming up the stage. They're fighting each other. It's a pull apart. It was actually well done because when people actually care, when everyone's like, oh, when they get apart and they finally do it, pull aparts are kind of one of those tropes now at this point in wrestling where it's like, oh, we're doing this again. But it worked tonight because they hadn't did one in a while. It was with the ladies. I was like, okay, cool. They were throwing down in this one, and I thought it worked out. I thought it was really well done. The fans seemed like they cared in Baltimore.
Yeah. It's I think, in my opinion, I say this is probably, if not one of the hottest feuds you got right now in AEW. Like it almost feels like it's real. Like it just feels like it's just real. To some extent, it feels like it's real.
Yeah, you've seen them brawl over the New Japan Strong Women's title.
Yeah,
this beef goes on for a long time. At this point, generational feud between them.
Yeah, it's there. We accept it. We love it. Keep it going.
Yes, I see a lot of people upset for Tekla. Listen, Tekla fans, I understand. I just don't want Willow to be the person punished for it either. If Willow was going to be challenging for the championship, plans ended up getting reversed. Something happened. Like, I know people will be like, she wasn't hurt, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, then why did they reverse plans?
Right.
Why wouldn't she have won on Double or Nothing in front of her family in her hometown?
Right. So something definitely had to have happened.
Something went wrong. They ended up flipping plans and whatever. And here we are now. And this is one of the more unpredictable predictions, I think, for All In, because I could see this going either way, and I think you're justified going either way. I think the thing Tony's probably going to have to weigh in his head is what match does the least amount of damage to these characters, and how do I move one of them forward after this, and who can move forward the easiest and have a story to go to.
Right.
And
It's tough. You know, like you got unforeseen situations that happen, and you can't prepare for them. It's impossible. So I get the
Tekla love.
yeah, and by all means, I love Tekla a lot, but you know, I have to be unbiased and realize that something may have happened where they had to, like you said, reverse it and do something else with it.
I never, when Tekla won the title, I never thought that she would make it to this point and still be champion.
Yeah,
like I just didn't think that was gonna happen.
I didn't think it was gonna. I didn't think it was gonna be as long as it was.
Yeah, because we were kind of waiting for, or we'd be like, I don't know, maybe it's here. Nope, not here yet. Maybe here. Maybe they'll flip it, maybe they'll reverse it, but they didn't end up doing that. And I still think that they could try to add a starter match, even if it's on the 0 hour. Do a storyline with Tekla and her group, Triangle of Madness, going up against some Stardom folks or something. It's there. I want Willow to turn heel because of the fan hate and the Tekla love. I don't think it's showing on television yet, though. Like I don't hear people booing Willow in the arenas just yet.
Yeah, you still have an overwhelming amount of people that still love her, and I can agree with what you're saying, but I do think it's still overwhelmingly positive for Willow. So I don't think they're going to change it just yet. Now it depends on if you make Willow snap.
You would have to do it right, but I think that's the beauty of Willow's character. Some people can just be positive. I think of the New Day. I know that they're a hot topic team right now since they're free agents. Who knows where they end up? But you get what I'm saying? Like they had to stay positive in my mind and stay together. Yes. Because too many times you break up tag teams. So we're eliminating those tropes, and we're also bringing together like brothers. Like that's what it was supposed to be. Mm-hmm. And that's a symbolism on multiple levels, family levels, and just like friendship levels. You don't have to turn on everybody. Everything doesn't have to be that way. And I think Willow's the same thing. Yeah. And it might be for little girls. It might be for people who just enjoy Willow, who enjoy positivity. That's what Willow is. Can it eventually get to the point where people get sick of it? 100%. Then you go for the turn. But you got to wait for that right moment, I think. Is Tony coming back in London? Jocelyn, I say no. There was rumor plans that Mercedes was supposed to walk into All In as the women's champion. I believe that.
Yes.
I think Bayley might join AEW to help Mercedes. I would like to see that, but we don't know when that could happen. Willow heel turn, especially for no small segment of our IWC did nothing wrong. Tekla had a good run. I'm with E kind of like, you just don't do it just to do it.
Yeah.
You got to wait till there's some overwhelming, like, yes, this is it. If Bayley can be heel with all the positivity in the beginning, there's hope for Willow. I think anyone can do it if they're good enough. And I don't think Willow will have an issue with it. I think I preferred Bayley when she was the heel.
Yeah. You know what? Like even if you decide to turn Willow heel, just with like I forgot who said it. It was just in one of the statements. But if you turn was it T-Ferg?
I'm looking. T-Ferg said that this part Bayley could be.
Yes.
Heel. Yeah.
So you could do the same thing with Willow. She could still be as positive as can be, but be oblivious to the hate that people have for her. Because she can still think in her mind that it's positive.
Or I'm blocking it out. And I'm going to be positive anyway. There you go. Or you could eventually ever become a toxic positive character too, where you're so positive that you're just delusional.
Yes.
There are many ways to do this. It's pro wrestling, which is what makes it beautiful. Backstage, Prince Nana and Swerve are backstage and saying, "Did you hear correctly? Hangman Page?" And Swerve says, "Don't say it if you don't mean it." Whose house?
Swerve's house.
Small but effective.
Yes. Don't need anything bigger than that. But that opens up the door.
Are you a believer in that it's New Day as his partners? It could. He did talk to Jack Perry last week too, though. Bloodied up Jack Perry and was like, "Yo, let's talk."
He did. But I don't think. I'm not gonna say it's not. I'm not gonna say it's not a good fit. I think there's a separate story for that.
Okay. Like I said, we're getting close, so it might be. Well, let's wait and see what they do. Next up, we had another match in the Continental Cup. Nigel McGuinness versus Hechicero in this match. Basically, the story they're telling is Nigel is hurt. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. This is definitely screaming of work to me.
Right.
But the focus on the match was currently Nigel's ankle. Wrestled a well match. It was kind of slow paced to sell the ankle injury, but Nigel figured out a way to lock in a submission. Always a pretty good wrestler. Locked him in the guillotine. Hechicero tried to fight. Eventually, he couldn't. Hechicero goes down, and Nigel has moved on to the semifinals in this tournament as well.
Right. Good for Nigel. It's nice to see Nigel wrestling again. Even though it's one of those situations where I'm gonna throw my hat into the basket every once in a while, but when he does do it, it's always on a good delivery.
Yeah. Imagine if it's Swerve, Lashley, and Shelton. That could be wild too.
Oh,
yeah. I don't want Darkly Eric to time me out for trolling, so I'm not going to say how awful it is to Hechicero. I've never seen so many people not like Nigel. To me, Nigel's one of the Ring of Honor world champions. Am I bugging? People tell me. I may have to put this up as a poll. Is Nigel McGuinness not one of the best Ring of Honor world champs? No?
I mean, is it because he was a world champ, or is it because
maybe too much time away?
That.
Yeah. Matt said, I don't get the Nigel hate. Maybe we're just Ring of Honor fans. I don't know. Don't know.
Or maybe people just don't believe in Nigel the way that
we do.
Yeah.
Perhaps. Speaking of believing in people, Claudio, Eddie Kingston, two guys who I could also see being in the finals with the story. They're going to reignite their heated rivalry on Saturday. They're going to be battling in that quarterfinal spot. Interesting to see who pulls up and gets it. Another match that they have, Kyle O'Reilly fighting all his friends, man, in this random draw. Right. Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly will be going at it in the quarterfinals. It's going to be interesting to see who moves on here. Kyle O'Reilly, rich history with Jon Moxley, but so is Orange Cassidy, going back to their all-out brawl and Orange Cassidy's long international title reign. Some enjoyed it. I know there's people in the chat who didn't, but hey, we're right here for it. I'm looking forward to seeing what Collision has, and they've also added Willow and Maya World for the women's championship. Looks like Collision is going to be a lot of fun.
It is. You know what? I'm gonna say I am really, really interested in how Kyle and Orange are gonna be.
Me too.
One's the real intriguing match.
Maybe we'll get cool Kyle from NXT again when he tried to be like Orange. I don't know. I actually kind of want him to be just like ass kicker Kyle O'Reilly. Yeah. Like that's all I expect him to be. Just beat ass, bro. That's it. Just watched his debut the other day too, from when he like joined NXT. Well done by him.
If he comes in as cool Kyle to match the energy.
Do not match the energy, bro. No cool Kyle. I need you to write it with the K. Claudio Windsor, We Riot, is not a fan of Kingston. I like it. Nigel was. Hechicero is the current great champion. I hear you. But Hechicero, we all know, is in CMLL, though. So to me, Nigel moving on, it feels like Nigel could win this too, though. It's in his home country. He could be the guy. You have a story with Claudio and Moxley that you could do. You have a story where you could do Kingston and Moxley. Yes. Kingston can move on to the finals. This is a great big moment. You have Kyle and Moxley have a feud. Like I said, Orange and Moxley have a feud. So if it's going to be Moxley and someone in the finals, the story is there. Could you tell other stories? Could it be Nigel and Claudio? When's the last time they faced each other?
Right.
There's stuff there that you could do to try to switch this up. Hechicero takes too many L's as CMLL world champion. Here's my thing, though, too. This is another thing I yell. You can't protect everyone all the time. This is why people don't want to take pinfalls in wrestling.
Right.
It's okay to lose. It's fine. Do you lose when it counts? Like in CMLL, he ain't taking no pins. He's getting the dub. Guaranteed dub. That's how I feel about it, at least,
Yeah, I mean,
CMLL, none of these guys lost.
Right. So, I mean, you really got to pick and choose the battles that you want to fight for, and I mean, they're both great wrestlers. I still want to understand why people don't like Nigel.
Dude, it's mind blowing at this point. Like I said, maybe that's a question for the socials to put out.
Yeah.
Why do you hate Nigel?
What did he do?
We get a promo video, Derek. Darby, Kevin Knight. Tony Schiavone introduces the Jet, Kevin Knight. I said Kevin Knight. The Jet, Kevin Knight, excuse me. Let me get that right. He comes out and calls out Darby. Darby comes out. He's like, whoa. Before you come down the stage, show me that you have no weapons. He opens up his jacket. He shows there's no weapons. He's like, all right, you can come down. Before he comes down, pyro starts going off. We get Jeff Hardy effects right here. Boom, 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 boom. And as he stumbles down after the pyro, well, Kevin Knight hits him with the title, puts him in the tree of woe. He was like, oh, no, you about to eat this, what is it, coast to coast.
Yep, coast to coast.
Jumps to the ropes, knocks Darby's neck back. Darby, they're putting Darby in the neck cast. Here comes Sting's son. Like, I got you, Darb. They go to the back. They're about to load him in the ambulance, and Kevin Knight goes, hey, I know that's your boy, but stay out of our business, all right? You stay out of it. And he's ready to fight. He's like, no, not yet. I'm predicting a match next week between Kevin Knight and Steve Borden,
which would be nice. That it'll be nice to finally see him wrestle on the main stage.
Yeah. Darby was fired up tonight. Steve Borden AEW debut coming. Yeah. Fan Hub said, I don't think people dislike Nigel. I think it's a case where people don't want another person getting a title match at All In because he is British. I think maybe they believe people get behind the hometown fan. I don't know.
Fair enough. If that is the case, then I can understand that.
Because you got the Brawling Birds in that position. I mean, Kelson might have a point there. Like, it's too many of people doing that.
And that could possibly be.
But if Nigel's going to retire, I think he also deserves the respect from the time he has put into the ring, because it's not his fault with everything that happened with his career either.
Right. So even if he gets it, then retires to relinquish it, I'm okay with it. Because to me, this is
I don't think he'll do that either.
I don't think he will, but if he does, I'm okay with it. I think it's just I think it's one of those situations where I am trying to prove to the world that I still have it, and I never lost it after I got hurt. So if he does retire, I'm good with it.
Put a pin into this Nigel talk, because we're actually not done talking about Nigel yet, which is going to surprise you. We have the Elite taking on El Clone, Davis, and Doyle. Listen, man, we all knew the deal with this, right? Like, we all knew the deal. Don Callis, this squad ain't doing it, all right? So they end up facing the Elite. I thought this was a fine match. The Young Bucks did their tag team stuff. Still one of the best tag teams in the world, no matter what you think of them. They get off to a hot start. Eventually, Kenny gets that hot tag. Kenny comes in. He's a ball of fire. El Clone, absolutely amazing.
Right.
Definitely deserves more. Very well versed in the ring. I even thought Doyle did really well here, as well as Mark Davis, but we knew the deal. Jake Doyle ends up falling victim to the one-winged angel. It was a wrap, Rizzy. Afterward, here comes the rest of the people to sneak attack them. Don Callis fan was like, oh no, not our boys. Beat down. Who comes out, Derek? Your guy. Oh,
Love it.
on this day, Cope.
See clearly.
Cope comes out. Christian takes his sweet ass time because he's an a-hole.
Right.
He comes out. They're beefing and brawling. What happens? An inadvertent super kick. Oh no. You took out Christian. Cope gets mad. He was like, yo, I'm trying to apologize. One of my favorite wrestling tropes. I'm mad because I saw you do that. Why'd you do that, huh?
Right.
Looks like they're going to be in some kind of tag match next week because there was like 18 Don Callis family people out there. So I assume they're going to end up fighting the tag team here. But they end up getting into it. Everyone's getting pulled away. This leaves Kenny in the ring. Billy Goat said before the match, before Kenny's entrance, they had words backstage. He was like, yeah, you told me wait till after your match. I'm out here, bruv. Kenny said, you know what? I'm going to stop you right there. Security, come get him. I was like, what a punk ass move, bro. What a punk ass move. He was like, yeah, take him out of here, security. I'm done with him. And he said something about his mother. And then Will was like, I'm going to knock you out, bruv. He runs back into the ring, double legs him. They start fighting. They're beefing with each other. And they eventually, security comes in and grabs him. Kenny hits a V trigger that knocks this man out of his boots.
Mm-hmm.
They set up a table in that match and never used it. Kenny puts him up. One wing angel through the table. The table did break, but I just have to say, or at least just it broke perfectly.
Yes.
It was a thing of beauty. It was like Funkmaster Flex dropping the bomb. Yeah, they got it good. They got it good. They ended up doing that. He's happy. Like, son of a pup, man.
Hey.
They got you, man. They built this match up very well.
They did. Kudos to everybody involved.
Yeah.
Kudos to every single one involved in this in forming this feud.
And I can respect Kelson. Like, he wants to see this big matchup. This is where we're gonna get there. This is how we're gonna do it. We're doing it, and I think that's what's just gonna end up happening here. Is we're gonna get this big time matchup. I want to see Kenny Omega be Kenny Omega on this night, and I think that's what he's going to try to do. Spoiler alert: Will wins and kicks out of the One Wing Angel. You're welcome. Perhaps. The cleaner is back. It's such a protected move, though. I think people will bite. Breaking news. Eddie Kingston has challenged for the CMLL World title next Friday in Arena, Mexico.
Nice.
Let's go. But that's the end of Dynamite. Let me know what you guys thought of the show. Comment down below. Once again, we had mentioned before, shout out to Kelsey for this, man. Join the Discord, man. We got a live chat in there. We will have all-in live chat going on while the show is happening as well. If you're looking for people to talk about the show with, come on in and let's enjoy, man. Let's enjoy. Yeah. And we will make sure to put that in the chat for you fine folks as well, man. CJ, I heard there was almost a new AEW game. Sounds like it, brother. You put me down on this because at first when I read it, I was like, wait, what happened? I'm so confused. And I was like, so are they doing this or aren't they? So Ultra Pro Wrestling has been developing a video game, Derek, similar style. They're in that No Mercy realm. And they were wondering, like, well, what would it look like if we put AEW people in it? And they showed some stuff that they worked on, and it showed Darby and MJF. A couple things like, hey, we put them in, this is what it could look like. But it sounds like the person who did ask for that has been removed out of the company since then.
Of course.
So talks kind of have stopped and slowed down. Don't know if they're still interested or whatnot, but
please be interested.
We'll see. Then again, they have a whole video game engine though, Derek. Why do I need your engine? I have one.
Right.
So there's things in there.
Again, another situation where someone has the engine, but we're trying to work with you. But if you don't want to work with us, we still have an engine that we can use.
I need someone to step up, though. The problem is
Yes.
there's not enough video game companies who will develop this game and put in the effort that it needs. We need middle of the line video game companies. It's either indies or AAA. There's no in between. You're either Grand Theft Auto or like Cake Cat, whatever. I don't know. Like games where cats are going in alleyways looking for cake. Like, I don't know, bro.
You know what? But so sometimes though, I feel like the indies could take something like this and really make it a very, very good game. Like there have been so many indies games that I have bought and played and phenomenal. Like was a little there's a game called Little Nightmares. Shout out, I can't remember who made it, but shout out to them. Three games. Bought all three. I'm working on beating the third one. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it's not even really, in my opinion, it's not an action game. It's like it's a mystery, horror, like adventure. You had like if you haven't seen it and you haven't played it, check it out. It for like 20 some odd bucks. To me it's a 5-star game.
Right. Kenny Bomb and others have vids on it. Maybe that'll get AEW's attention for sure. Like, seriously, Capcom or Sega could do the AEW game. The problem is that it won't be the cash cow or the top focus.
Fair enough.
So when it's time to cut something, they're going to cut that game because everybody's looking to cut prices because this stuff's gotten out of control and super expensive. Every NBA Live or 2K, excuse me, NBA 2K is coming. I almost said NBA Live. NBA 2K is coming out. Why is their second level edition $100? Why is the biggest edition 130? And that's with a discount that they're giving you.
Right. And what am I getting with this?
Exactly. Like, think about that. And another one will be out next year, and they'll say another 130, please. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. If you're going to up the price to $100, because the game's already $79.
Mm-hmm.
It's already $79. So,
or 69.
69. It's already 69. So if we're gonna up it up to 100, damn.
Just realized it's 69.
Yeah.
I was waiting for him to realize what he had said there. Somebody hit the corn hub.
Yeah. So when it's at that price already and you up it to 100, I need to know why you're upping it to 100. Like, I need to know what's coming with this. Like, do I get a steel autograph case with this? The
days are over, bro. You're not getting that stuff anymore.
And the days of you wanting me to pay $100 are over with too.
You know what we're getting? All in. This is what we got lined up so far. AEW World Championship, Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, Willow Nightingale, Mercedes Moné for the Women's Championship, the World Championship, International Championship throughway, Konosuke Takeshita, Kyle Fletcher, Okada. Let's go. Tag titles, Cage and Cope going up against the Young Bucks. Generations will collide. We got ourselves a brawl. It's going to be Divine Dominion versus the Brawling Birds for the women's tag titles. We also have the TNT title on the line. Kevin Knight, Darby Allin, Falls Count Anywhere. We have a casino gauntlet. We have the finals of the Continental, the C3, I'm going to call it. Lots happening with it. Now, Derek, we do have another show happening on Friday. Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor, available on Ring of Honor Club. Going to be going down. I am D, where's the video game and podcast biz? You gotta holler at your boy Derek about that, bro. He's sleeping. Death Before Dishonor is happening though. Friday, August 21st is going to be in Philadelphia, 2300 Arena. ROH is going to be there. Not many matches announced, but Derek, I did want to go through this pretty quickly and just get some thoughts.
Let's do it.
Start from the bottom and then work our way up. For the pure Women's Championship, we have Deonna Purrazzo taking on Steph DeLander. It's been a minute since we've seen her hanging around. Is Deonna back? Can she hang on to the championship against Steph? I'm going to pick Deonna Purrazzo to win this one, in my opinion, for the pure title. Pure rules are a little bit different.
So am I. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah, Virtuosa all the way. Also on the card, we have Dalton Castle and the Outrunners, who are the ROH 6-man tag team champions, going up against the Lethal Twist, Jay Lethal and the homies, Lee Johnson and Blake Christian, the Swirl. This should be an interesting one. I don't know if they pull the titles off. What do you think, Derek? Do you go with Lethal Twist or do you keep them with Dalton and the Outrunners?
I'm gonna go with Lethal Twist.
Really? So you think new champs?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Lethal Twist because of how they are being portrayed on Dynamite.
Yeah, they could do that. I don't know if they're gonna get those. You know what? I'm gonna go opposite, Derek. I'm taking the baby faces.
Okay, all right.
I'll say they let them retain.
I got you.
In a feud that's been brewing probably since this turn has happened, Action Andretti is going to be challenging Lio Rush for the ROH TV Championship in a fight without honor. We all know Lio Rush's new character. It's fine.
Right.
But Lio Rush can go, and so can Action Andretti. Action Andretti is probably one of the more slept-on people on these rosters.
He is.
Lio Rush.
Yeah.
No other way to do
that one's tough because Action Andretti is good. He's very, very good at what he does. But I just don't see.
He ain't got the cachet like Leo's got right now.
Yeah, no. Like if this was anybody else, then I would say yes. But it like again, no disrespect to Action Andretti, but I just think Lio just has this belt locked in until someone else beats him for it.
Derek, how about this one? Lee Moriarty, Nigel McGuinness. I believe if Nigel McGuinness doesn't win this, he can't challenge for the pure title anymore. Matt, let me know if that was the official match stipulation on this, but I believe so, if I'm correct.
I'm gonna go with Nigel.
All right, so you think Nigel pulls it off and wins the pure title one more time?
Yes, because I don't see a reason why he would go down there and not come home with that title.
Nigel can't wrestle in ROH anymore if he loses. Got it. So he can't wrestle in Ring of Honor ever again.
Yeah, I don't. For some reason, I don't see Nigel not winning this.
Yeah, I'm taking Nigel too, just because of the stipulation.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much longer he plans to wrestle. If this is his swan song, you lose here, you put a guy over. You might put another guy over at All In if he potentially makes it there. That's why I said we weren't done talking about Nigel yet.
Right, but if you don't win, and this is your swan song, I don't know if that for someone like Nigel. And not saying like Nigel wants this. In my mind, for someone like Nigel, this isn't the way that he would go out.
Perhaps.
I could be wrong.
Yeah. I will never retire. Yeah, I'll take Nigel for the win, though.
Yeah.
Just to keep him, just in case he wants to get back in there. Matt says Nigel put someone over at Final Battle. Perhaps. Athena taking on Hazuki. I'm hoping that this is a fine match for the ROH Women's Championship. Athena has been champion for a long, long time, and I'm here to tell y'all, Athena's winning again.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
Only
Billy Starks has shown glimmers of hope in Ring of Honor interviews. Matt Lopez sent me when I'm like, that's the old Billy coming out. Billy Starks might still be the one to do this, but we've been talking about this for a while. Athena's been holding on to this championship. Is she forever the Ring of Honor Women's Champ? It's been years.
No. I believe she will lose it to Billy Starks.
Yeah, I think at Final Battle that'll probably be the match.
Yeah, her to lose to her student.
Mm-hmm.
The student
beat her twice. Like, that was crazy to do that. So it's their third time in the charm. I agree, Matt. I agree. I also believe they're Billy to win this time. And what could be the main event, I'm hoping this is what I said they should do. This is Matt Lopez even said, someone's listening to your show, bro. Bandito versus Nick Wayne for the ROH World title. Nick Wayne has looked good since he came back from New Japan. Let this brother succeed. Let him do his thing. I think Bandito wins here, But you could, if you flipped it to Nick Wayne, I wouldn't be mad either.
Yeah.
Bandito doesn't need this championship anymore, really.
Honestly, I'm gonna go Nick.
I will stick with, I don't know, man. Because Bandito, like I said, he doesn't necessarily need it.
That's the reason why I'm saying I'm gonna go with Nick, because he's part of the trios champions right now. And I think the bigger story is on the main stage for him.
Mhm.
And like you said, Nick Wayne came back off of injury and he was hot. And still is hot. I don't see why you wouldn't give it to him now.
Yeah. Yeah, and I still think they're going to end up adding matches to this. Derek, I'm going to go with, I'm going to say Bandito wins still.
Okay.
I don't, I'm just going to, I have no reason for why I'm saying that. I'm just going with it. Just thinking like they might put someone else over eventually. Like Matt saying he thinks that Lee wins in the future. Could be. And I think they'll add some tag title matches, things like that to this card. So stay tuned. Watch the socials for Ring of Honor. We've talked about All In Sunday, August 30th. I'm sure me and Derek will be live after that happens. Don't forget, they also have Rebel Heart happening September 9th. Show dedicated to Rebel. Can't wait to see what the card's looking like for that. We mentioned Rev Pro before. I'm looking forward to this. We have on Saturday, August 29th, OVO Arena, Undisputed Tag Titles. Cowboy Way going up against FTR. Say less. We couldn't get the dream match that everybody wanted, but this is good. I ain't mad at this. I'll take it.
Take it all day.
Looking good. Shout out to Tiff. Tiff's going to be doing an interview with Michael Oku from Rev Pro.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's a big deal for her. So make sure you guys show up and turn out for that. If I ever ask you to do something there, that is going to be it. We also had a great match for the G1 finals with Riho Owie and Yuya Uemura. I would highly recommend people check that tournament match out. I don't want to show anything else because I don't want to spoil it for Derek, but I do want Derek to watch that match and just kind of give his raw thoughts to us afterwards. Just fresh, without any bias or anything like that. I'm just like, Derek, what'd you think of that match, bro?
Definitely gonna take a stab at it, see what we
and
get.
Then I'll tell him what happened with the discourse afterwards and just be like, okay, that's what happened. And last question. This is how we're gonna go off. AEW Fan Hub question of the week, and I love these, so I'm gonna probably start trying to include these from time to time. Do you think, and this is what you're gonna answer in the comment section after, do you think there should be a women's casino gauntlet match at All in London to add some of these folks onto the show? Let us know down below. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Derek, it's a late one, brother. We're going to tell these fine folks to subscribe, click our videos, check out some more of the cool content that we have on the channel. Subscribe. Me and Hubs will be live on Monday. We got stuff going on his channel. We're working on a top 20 greatest WWE wrestlers from like 1985 until present list. I keep readjusting my list. These lists are never definitive. Something's always happening with them. So I look forward to that. Yes. And we got All In coming up. So lock in with us. Check us out. Subscribe, like the video before you guys leave, and answer that question. For myself and the guy, Derek, next to me, we are out for this episode. And we'll catch you guys next week for the Go Home Dynamite show before All In. Derek, we're out, brother.